Oh man, I have to make a top 10 list out of that. Hello everyone.
I know that Double Nine's gonna choose Foo Fighters, and you know what? I'm just gonna have to swallow my pride.
Exactly.
And fucking do it.
Yes.
And I'm gonna purposely pick you two just to piss off Andrew. Too.
Okay.
Yes.
That's one where I'll be like, all right, no. No,
all right.
I choose. I do have a number one U2 song, but legitimately, that's the only fucking U2 song I like.
All right, so we are live.
Oh boy.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 15 of the MTVM podcast. I am your host, Diego Coya, and today we definitely did not have as many topics as last week. But we do have a couple of good topics today, and I'm excited to share them with you guys. And I'm excited to be here again because I always have a blast doing this.
Same here.
Would you guys like to do your, normal introductions and stuff?
Hey, what's up, you guys? Film Fan 0599 here again. And, we're back with another episode of the MTVM podcast. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. This is episode 15. We have been here for 15 episodes. That is crazy. I thought we would barely make it to 2. Now, but here we go. But no, before getting canceled by Fox. But here we go. We're here for episode 15. I always look forward to this every Wednesday. I'm not gonna lie. Like every Wednesday, I'm like, all right, I'm ready. Let's do this. Like it makes Wednesdays just, even if I'm having the shittiest fucking day on Wednesday, I just feel like, you know what, the podcast is today, so that makes everything better. So yeah, I can't wait for another installment.
Yes, should be another good episode today.
Yes.
All right, and
my name is Andrew Hayes. Can't believe that we made it to 15. Let's to 15 more.
God himself.
Thank you.
Wait, I'm sorry, Andrew. Can you repeat that again? You kind of broke up a little bit.
Oh, well, I said, can't believe we made it to 15. Let's get to 15 more.
All right. Well, and hopefully more than 15 after that.
Yeah, 15,000.
15,000. All right. Well, we do have only 2 people in our live chat so far. We have Danny Zygon and Jerome. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoys today's show. So let's get started right away. So the first thing we're going to go over, like usual, is movies. Now, I have 5 movie topics today.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I believe that some of your guys' topics is some of the topics I have. And we have one topic in specific that all 3 of us wanted to talk about. So all 3 of us will talk about it when the time comes. All right, so first things first, let's get business started and all that good stuff. So the first thing I want to talk about is something very brief. The news is actually released today, and there's not really much to say about it, so it's pretty much like an announcement more than anything. But the first thing I want to talk about is that Fox is going to be doing a Silver Surfer movie.
Oh, boy.
Surfer. Now, that is all the news there is. That's that it's announced, so obviously there's no actor, no director, nothing. Just that Fox wants to do a Silver Surfer movie, and this is according to comicbook.com. That it's definitely gonna happen, from Fox, and that one of the executives said, yeah, we want to do a really good film with this, and yeah, I mean that's pretty much what there is. They literally announced it today, like a couple hours ago. So, a Silver Surfer movie. How do you guys feel about that? You guys care?
That'd be pretty cool. I mean, I like the Silver Surfer as a comic book character, so I know my uncle is pretty happy about that because that's his favorite comic book character, so that's pretty cool for him. But I am interested to see what they could do with the movie. The first time they had a Silver Surfer in the movie, he was complete garbage in Rise of the Silver Surfer. But I still think that's the worst Fantastic Four movie. I don't give a shit. I hope this is good. There's nothing really much to talk about. Like I said, we don't have really a plot synopsis, an actor or a director.
Nothing. Like nothing.
It's coming out. That's all we know. We just know it's happening. So, yeah. Hopefully it's good though. I want it to be good.
Yeah, I agree. Like I like the character a lot. Like I mean, unfortunately, the movie that he was in, Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, was bad. But I really feel like they can make a great movie with the character, because the character is really cool. If they pick the right cast, the right director, they can actually make it a legitimately good superhero film. So we'll have to see. There's really not much else to say. Do you have anything to say about that, Andrew, or do you not care?
No, I mean, he is an alright hero in my eyes. But, I'm willing to give it a chance. I gave Deadpool a chance, and it turned out to be a fantastic movie. So I'm going in with an open mind, and hopefully all turns out well.
All right, so Justin Williams in the live chat says, a Silver Surfer movie from Fox. Now I'm intrigued. And Jerome says, same here. Worst Fantastic Four movie is a Silver Surfer. I personally think the most recent one is the worst Fantastic Four movie, but yeah, that. But they all suck. The best Fantastic Four movie we have is The Incredibles. So, all right, so that's pretty much it for my first topic. My second topic is a trailer discussion for Wreck-It Ralph 2, Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Yay.
Now, I know both you guys have, so you guys are absolutely more than welcome to join me and talk about the trailer because this is a teaser trailer, so it was a very short trailer, like a minute and a half, I believe. And it looks great. I mean, this is one of my most anticipated films of the year. It was in my top 5, I believe. I love the first one. It was one of my favorite movies of 2012, and still should have won the Oscar for Best Animation for that year. But the second one looks cool. Watching the Emoji Movie, you should take notes because this is how you do this kind of concept right. And I gotta say, the ending is one of the funniest things I've seen in
what? He comes into this game because if you haven't seen the trailer, but he comes into this this little kids game. It's like this little kids, and he comes in. He starts let's speed things up a bit. Pancake, milkshake, pancake, and they bring in all these pancakes and start just feeding this poor bunny. This poor bunny keeps on getting stuffed with pancakes until it just goes boom, it explodes.
And did you guys notice the little girl playing on the iPad? Doesn't she look exactly like Moana?
Yeah, little Moana. Yeah, I noticed that too.
Exactly. Like on Twitter, I retweeted or quoted the tweet when they showed a picture of the girl in the trailer and Moana's a little girl. Dude, the resemblance, I feel like it looks too much like her to not be her. You know what I mean? So.
They do have Moana in the movie.
No, I know that. Yeah, so
but I'm sure that's not how we're gonna see Moana.
Yeah, because apparently all the other princesses are going to be in it too, and they're going to play a factor in the film.
They have most of all of the voice actresses that are alive that did their original princesses are coming back to do it. So Moana, I believe Mulan's coming back, but pretty much the more recent ones, because obviously the one who did Snow White is dead. Snow White was a long ass time ago, so they had to replace her. Probably Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty, but all the more recent ones the one from Brave, Mulan, the Princess and the Frog, Tangled, all of them are coming back.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Yeah, and I love that they're coming back too.
That's great. I
don't really know what the movie's even about. To be honest, I kind of got a taste of the movie is, but it doesn't really give away the story that much. And that's what I love.
I will say this: the fact that they are having all the princesses come out in this movie makes me even more intrigued because they're all. Oh yeah. Are all fantastic characters, and I'm intrigued on how they're going to use them. Are they gonna have small cameos, or is it going to be bigger? Personally,
are they going to play a significant factor in the film, or are they just going to have cameos? I mean, I would like to see them play a factor in the film, but
if they got cameos, I wouldn't be upset because I'd rather have it be a cameo than have it be a big part in the film, but not really it be a waste.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm incredibly excited for this movie. I mean, this, along with Incredibles 2 and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, it looks like a really good year for animation film. So I'm
for sure.
Excited. You guys have anything else you want to add about
I told this to the guys earlier before we start. The scene where the bunny blows up reminded me of when in SpongeBob when Squidward ate all the Krabby Patties and he fucking blew up. That's what it reminded me of. Oh man. But really good trailer. I liked it a lot, and hopefully the movie's good.
Yes, absolutely. You have anything else you want to say, Andrew?
I think that the best trailers are the ones that give you a little taste but reveal nothing and keep you intrigued. And this is exactly what this did. It gave me a little taste of what was to come, but revealed really nothing about what was going to happen. And it kept me intrigued. So it makes me even more excited. I think this is a great trailer.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Danny Zygon says, never overfeed bunnies pancakes, kids. Yes, exactly.
Yes.
And it really shows you why.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, I really cannot wait for this movie. I mean, I've been waiting since, like, after the first movie, I wanted a sequel, and we're finally getting it, so very happy about that. All right, so that concludes that topic, the Wreck-It Ralph 2 trailer discussion. Now, the next topic I have is involving the disaster of the DCEU, because they just don't know what they're doing anymore. I mean, is this new? No, but they just never cease to amaze us, and, like, just they don't know what they're doing, and Jesus.
They never cease to amaze us in fucking up shit.
Yeah. So, because the latest news, well, I believe it was announced actually like last Friday, last Thursday or something, and that was that Joss Whedon, who was originally supposed to direct Batgirl, is no longer directing Batgirl. He has exited the project. Now, in an interview, he said that he couldn't find a great story, and he just felt like he couldn't do the job. Now, there are a lot of people because of the poor reception Justice League has gotten, and people blame Joss Whedon for that movie, so they think that has a significant factor in why he left or something. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say because this is all speculation, but I was excited for Batgirl because I like Joss Whedon. Now, granted, I did not see Justice League yet, but
you still haven't seen it?
No, I still have not seen it.
Man, you were dodging a bullet big time.
Yeah, I heard it was.
Is it
good.
my turn?
But yeah, no, but I was kind of excited for that. Wait, what happened?
No, you guys just kind of stopped and awkwardly.
It keeps on going in and out for some reason. I have no fucking clue why.
Yeah, but
I was getting some notes ready, so I actually had something to refer to when I'm talking about. And you guys just stopped and awkwardly stared at me, so I said if it was my turn to talk.
No, we actually didn't stop talking. We were still talking, right?
You guys, it just kind of, I guess it kind of froze then.
Yeah, it just keeps on going in and out for some reason. I have no clue why.
But anyway, yeah, no, I mean, I was excited for. Apparently, what I read was that they want to look for a female director for Batgirl. Now, I don't know who the list consists of, but
yeah.
So what do you got to say about that, Andrew? Because I have nothing else to say about Joss Whedon.
I mean, as long as they get the right person, I really don't care. I mean, he did do great with the Avengers. I don't know what's up with Joss Whedon, to be honest, because he apparently had a lot of problems doing Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
And I mean, Justice League isn't what I hoped for. Even though I did like it more than most people, it still wasn't what I was hoping it would be. And I mean, I don't care if they get a female director, but I'm just saying get the right person. If they hire a female director solely for it being a female director, then no. They get the right person. I want the best person for the job. And if the best person for the job so happens to be female, go right ahead. I think they should give more opportunities to females, but I mean, I want the right person for the job.
Yes.
Yeah. Pretty much what Andrew said. Yeah.
Fuck it. Get Patty Jenkins to do it.
Yeah, just have her direct another one. Just fuck it, because at this point, like,
I'm serious. Get Patty Jenkins to do it. She did great with fucking Wonder Woman. Fucking, she knows how to make.
Hell, get the one that did Punch, or I don't know if she would do it, but get the one that did Punch or Warzone to maybe do it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the character of Batgirl. I think she's definitely one of the best female superheroes. I really do enjoy that character a lot. Apparently, the one that they're trying to get to play the character is the main girl from 13 Reasons Why. That's who they're trying to get to play Batgirl in the movie, which I wouldn't complain too much because she's a good actress and I think she could do a good job in the role. So, yeah, Joss Whedon he left. But I think I hope they do get the right person, to fill in the job for him. And yeah, hopefully the movie's good. I do want the movie to be good because I like the character. And but the DCEU is kind of an up.
Oh yeah, it's like crazy.
Going down the shitter, as Uncle Randy would say.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice.
All right, so that's the end of my topic for that. The next one now, this is a topic all three of us wanted to talk about, so.
Yeah, boy.
Nice.
The Galaxy Volume. Now, the way it started is pretty funny because this started on Twitter, where a fan tweeted at James Gunn, asking him if he could see if Mark Hamill could be in Guardians 3 and that it would just be a dream come true. And James Gunn replied, well, I think Mark Hamill lives around the corner from my house, so if he wants to talk about it, he can just come over for coffee and we'll talk about it. And Mark Hamill was like, yeah, sure, I'll go over, like, as your friend and, as like
I do have the tweets up. Hamill replied word for word, I would be so happy to do this, both as a good neighbor and as an unemployed actor.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, if they're fucking around, I don't know. But if this was a possibility, I think it'd be pretty awesome if he was in Guardians 3. Now, I'm sure you guys agree with that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I would love it if he was in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. That'd be pretty cool, honestly, because for one, I love Mark Hamill. He's a great actor. And two, to see him in another space type of franchise would be pretty awesome if you ask me. I wonder if they would make a Star Wars joke at him if he did appear in the movie. I wonder if just Peter Quill just makes like a little Star Wars joke, like saying does anybody ever tell you look like Luke Skywalker? Like just something like that. That'd be funny. So yeah, I hope he gets a part in the movie. I would really love to see him in Guardians.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. That'd be awesome. All right, so my last topic, I want to give thanks to this individual, and that individual is Caden. I don't know if he's watching now, but
my boy!
I'm gonna
my fellow Celtics fan.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll be talking about the Academy Awards.
I know what you're talking about.
This is involving the movie Get Out. Now,
Womp womp.
Get Out is, as you know, it has a lot of nominations at the Oscars, including Best Picture, Best Original Screenplay, Best Actor, Best Director. It's been getting a lot of love at the Oscars, which is great because it's one of my favorite movies of the year. Now, this is according to hypebeast.com. Now, again, thanks to Caden for sharing the article on Facebook, and I'm giving him credit because that's the right thing to do. The article, the headline says, older Oscar voters are dismissing Get Out without even watching it. Now, an Academy member, a young Academy member, was interviewed by, Hypebeast, and this is the quote that he said. I have the article right in front of me. He's like, I had multiple conversations with longtime Academy members who were like, that is not an Oscar film. So, and he said that a lot of the older ones had not even seen the film, and they're dismissing it, saying it's not an Oscar film. Now, this is actually, if you ask me, this seems pretty corrupted. You know, how can you not regard, not give a movie a chance? I mean, your job is to watch as many movies as possible to determine what's the best movie of the year,
Oh, yeah.
Not, what's the best period piece and the one that's relevant to the times or anything like that. So, and the fact that they're saying it's not an Oscar movie without one even watching the film. And two, what exactly does that mean, not an Oscar film? Does that mean, oh, it's not a film that just pertains to us? Or what exactly does that mean? Because Get Out is not an Oscar bait film at all, not in the slightest. I mean, the fact that it got nominated is something unheard of because it's a unique film that movies like that should be recognized, but it's finally getting recognized, which is why it's a nice surprise. But
yeah, it's a horror film, and when's the last time a horror film got nominated for Best Picture?
Probably Silence of the... No, actually, Black Swan, I believe, is the last one to get nominated.
Yeah. Yeah, and the one that won the last one that won was Silence of the Lambs. I think that was the old.
Silence of the Lambs is the only horror movie to win Best Picture. There's very, very, very few horror movies that have won.
Yeah, and
not won, been nominated.
Yeah, and Jerome says a great point because he says there's 5 genres in particular that the Academy is usually very biased against, and I agree completely, and that is action, animation, comedy, horror, and superhero films.
Yes.
Because really, if you look at the Oscar set, generally speaking, every year they're like the same shit. They're like the same kind of fucking movies. There's only like maybe 3 or 4 movies that are on the list that you can be like, wow, that deserves to be there for sure. But
yeah, it's like only like a couple.
Yeah. And like it really just shows how biased they are. I mean, if this doesn't show how biased they are, then what the hell else do you need to know that so like they're biased? I mean, this isn't the first time they pull this kind of shit. Like I know they've done other stuff in the past. But yeah, it just what do you guys have to say about this bullshit?
It's corrupt, like you said. It pretty much is. Like seriously, like the fact that they're just dismissing it without even seeing it, like why? Like what's the point then? Like it's so stupid. Like I don't get it. It's really stupid and everything. But yeah, I mean the fact that they're just dismissing it because it's not an Oscar movie is really stupid. Oh yeah, sorry. It doesn't have long takes and fucking drags on for 50,000 hours. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and it's not like one of those one and done movies too. You know?
It's one that gets
it's an actual good movie, you know.
I actually have in front of me there have been 6 movies that have been nominated, horror movies that have been nominated for Best Picture. Get Out is one of them. Black Swan, as we said, is another. Silence of the Lambs. The other 3 are The Exorcist, Jaws, and The Sixth Sense.
Oh, Sixth Sense, right. Okay.
That's sad that over the many years the Oscars has been around, only 6 horror films have been nominated for Best Picture. Don't get me wrong,
these 6 movies absolutely deserved nominations, but I'm telling you, there should have been a lot more. I'm telling you, Scream should have gotten a nomination. Nightmare on Elm Street should have gotten a fucking nomination. The Shining should have gotten a nomination.
Oh, The Shining, yeah.
The Shining for sure.
Shining
should have gotten a nomination.
Psycho. Yeah. But like Jerome said, you know, it's like this shit. I'm sorry. Just 1 second. Owen Buckton says, Children of Men has long takes, and that's an amazing movie. Well, Owen, we're not really saying movies with long takes are, you know, bad at all.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was just trying to give out an example of what type of, you know, movies they usually do.
The type of a lot of Oscar bait films contain, you know.
Yeah.
Movies that drag out a lot.
A lot.
The most common thing you'll hear is that, yeah, the performances are great. Movie as a whole, though, was just okay.
Exactly. That's the thing you hear the most with these movies.
Great acting, but you know the movie as a whole. You know what? Great acting is great acting, and I'm not going to take away anything from that. But what makes a great movie is a movie as a whole, not just one aspect of it.
A great fucking example is The Dark Knight. Has a fucking great performance in Heath Ledger, and you know just everything about that movie is great. The screenplay, the direction, the cinematography, the music, and everything else.
Everything, yeah. Or look at Lord of the Rings. Look at Lord of the Rings: The Return. You know, the only movie in history to do a clean sweep. That movie's a masterpiece because of just its perfection.
And that was so different. Like a movie like that did a clean sweep at the Oscars.
And you know what isn't an Oscar movie? The Emoji Movie. That's not an Oscar movie. The Boss Baby is not a fucking Oscar movie. Something like Get Out. Something like The Dark Knight. Something like Ghostbusters, Back to the Future, Pulp Fiction. All those movies are fucking Oscar movies. Not fucking The Boss Baby or whatever The Darkest Hour. Or fucking Call Me By Your Name. Like, give me a fucking break. Movies, and I'm telling you, movies like fucking Logan, movies like The Gift, movies like Nightcrawler. Those are fucking Oscar movies, not.
You know what still
fucking
pisses me
Lady
off to this
Bird
day?
And The Post.
What?
And fucking
Oh, hold on.
Slumdog Millionaire. Like, give me a fucking break.
The fact that only one of the Toy Story movies got nominated for Best Picture, that's what pisses me off still to this day.
Well, there's only
listen,
two
yeah.
films nominated
Why can't
or
the
three? I'm sorry,
animation movies? Fucking The Lion King should have got nominated for fucking Best Picture. There's so many fucking animated movies.
Toy Story, the first one, should have been nominated and should have won easily. Like,
Yeah.
Well,
honestly,
yeah. But there's so many other movies. Like, that's my problem is they don't fucking. All right, I'm gonna fucking choose a fucking random year. Hold on, give me a second. I gotta go back a little bit.
So yeah, our definition of an Oscar film is obviously different than the definition of an Oscar film from the Oscars themselves.
All right, I'll use 2011 for an example. The artist won that year.
Yes.
I don't think that's fucking the best picture of 2011. Yeah.
No, that wasn't my number one of that year either.
Well, I'm gonna name some movies that were also nominated. Warhorse should have won over that. Hugo should have won over The Artist. The Help should have won over The Artist. Midnight Bears should have won over The Artist. Moneyball should have won over The Artist. We didn't even get into movies like Warrior, like, I don't know, 50-50 came out that year? 50-50?
Yeah, that was bad. I got no Oscar nominations, too.
No Oscar nominations. Tinker Tailor told... Okay, let me try that again. Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy.
Oh, I still haven't seen that one.
That's a fantastic movie. Just come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In short, fuck the Oscars.
Yeah, where's that video of that guy that goes, fuck the Oscars? We need that right now.
Fuck the Oscars.
Yes, exactly. All right.
So that's pretty much my topics for movies today. All right, Double Nine, what do you got for us today?
All the my two topics we already did already, so I guess it's on to Andrew now.
I got two different topics.
Okay.
Also pertaining to the Oscars. So let me. All right. So the first one I want to do is I want to rate all the best pictures.
Ooh.
Since the Oscars are Sunday.
A certain movie better be number one, or I'll cut you. No, I'm kidding.
Disclosure: I still haven't seen Phantom Thread. I just don't have the ambition to see that movie, so that is not ranked. I can't rank it basically because I have not seen it. So I only have 8 out of the 9. All right, coming in last, and by no means I don't think any of these movies are bad movies. To be honest, it's just that that this one's the worst out of them in my opinion, and that is The Post. I personally think it gives fine performances from Tom Hanks and Meryl Streep. Nothing special, and it is pretty boring. It's not one of Spielberg's best. The next one is The Darkest Hour. Again, a fantastic, great performance from Gary Oldman, but that's pretty much about it. I do like Lily James in this movie. She is pretty good as well, but this is pretty much a one-man show, and everything else is pretty boring. The number 6, Call Me by Your Name. It is an alright movie. It is pretty long and boring and dull at times, but Timothy Chalamet and Armie Hammer do give good performances as well as Michael Stuhlbarg, but still, it's alright. Number 5, Lady Bird. I know some people don't like this movie, but I personally really enjoyed this movie. Is it an Oscar movie? Would I have nominated for Best Picture? No, but I do like it more than I do like it. I do think Saoirse Ronan is pretty good in it, same as Laurie Metcalf, and I do think the screenplay is pretty solid. The directing is not the best, and yeah. Coming in at number 4 is The Shape of Water. Now I'll say disclaimer. These next 4 are actually pretty close. They're all great movies and all movies that I think deserved the nomination.
Andrew, I don't mean to interrupt you, but we're going to have to fight.
Too bad I already beat you with To Daisy Ridley. So.
I see how it is now.
Fight me. But yeah, number 4 is The Shape of Water. Like I said, it is a beautiful movie, both in terms of visuals and storytelling. I am so happy this movie was as beautiful as it was. Sally Hawkins is fantastic, especially for what she's doing. And it's just a beautiful love story. Number 3, Get Out. Like we mentioned before, this is most certainly an Oscar movie. Just one of those movies you could watch over and over again.
It's an Oscar movie. Hell yeah.
The screenplay is fantastic. The direction is fantastic. And Daniel Kaluuya is fantastic. Excuse me. Number 2 is 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Again, the screenplay, fantastic. And just all around great direction, great acting, and just one of those movies I could watch over and over again. Mm-hmm. Coming in at number 1 is Dunkirk. I think this is what I personally would love to win.
That's my choice to win too.
Yeah, it's just a fantastic movie, and yeah, those are my rankings. Like I said, anything from 1 to 4, I would not mind winning. If any of those 4 won, I'd be pretty happy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, fuck it. You know what? Fuck it. Since we're doing it, you know what? I'll do it too. I have already got my ranking. I can do it right here, right now.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead. Go for it.
Okay. Now, I've only seen 7. So I can't. I did not see The Darkest Hour or The Post. I didn't see either of those 2. But I've got a pretty good ranking for the 7 I've seen. Okay. And last place is Call Me by Your Name. That's the only one I don't like out of these. Like, I don't think it's a bad movie per se. It's just it's all right at best. Next up, Phantom Thread. Great movie. I really like that a lot. Next is Lady Bird. Then it's Get Out. Then it's Dunkirk. Then it's 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. And then The Shape of Water is number 1, obviously. So, yeah. And I hear that's the front runner to win Best Picture, and I'm happy about that.
Honestly, better, because we'll get into it later.
Yeah. My nipples.
You know, I have no idea what's going to win Best Picture this year. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I'm usually able to predict every year what's going to win, but this year it's hard. Because I wouldn't be surprised if Lady Bird just stole the show. I mean, like, just the award and was like, yep, Lady Bird wins.
I did say last year, even though my pick to win last year was La La Land, I did say there was a very good chance Moonlight would win because of why it probably did win. But, yeah.
But it was always between those 2 films. Like, this year, it's like, they say it's between 3 films, and Lady Bird might be there for the surprise. The only thing I'm hoping for is that Lady Bird doesn't win. That's the only thing I want.
Okay. All right, that's the end of my first topic. The second one actually pertains to the Oscars again. Since the Oscars are Sunday, the big awards, I do want to predict pretty much the major awards. I mean, as fun as much as I would like to do the technical awards, just that would take up too much time. So, All right. So we'll start with Best Adapted. That would be the nominees: Call Me by Your Name, The Disaster Artist, Logan, Molly's Game, and Mudbound. Personally, I think Call Me by Your Name is going to win. What about you guys?
Yeah, that's probably going to win. Even though I would love Logan to win that award.
Yeah, I would either love Logan or Disaster Artist to win. What about you, Diego?
My choice is, well, I agree with you. Call Me by Your Name is going to win that one. But if you ask me what my pick is, Logan, absolutely. But it's not going to happen.
All right. And going on to Best Original Screenplay. This is a much better choice of nominees, in my opinion, and that would be The Big Sick, Get Out, Lady Bird, A Shape of Water, and Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Actually, this one's pretty tough for me to
Same, actually.
guess, because I want to say Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri could win, but I do think The Shape of Water is going to win. Might win. But if I were to go based off of my gut, I think the safe bet is to say The Shape of Water, even though I think Three Billboards could win.
I'm actually going to go and say I think Get Out is going to win Best Original Screenplay. But
Really?
but my choice is Three Billboards, but I predict Get Out was going to win that one.
Honestly, if anything but Lady Bird pretty much wins, I'd be pretty happy.
Oh, me too. Yeah, all great choices.
Because the Big Sick is a fantastic movie.
Yeah,
the screenplay was great.
Yeah, Big Sick was good.
All right, going on to Best Supporting Actress, we got Mary J. Blige for Mudbound, Allison Janney for I, Tonya, Leslie Manville for Phantom Thread, Laurie Metcalf for Lady Bird, and Octavia Spencer for The Shape of Water. I think Allison Janney is going to win because she's just been winning all the other awards, so I think that's the safe bet. I think the only other person that could upset her is Laurie Metcalf.
That's about it.
I still got to see I, Tonya. I want to see that before the Oscars.
Great movie.
Yeah, I heard it's really good, so I want to see it beforehand.
All right. Next is Best Supporting Actor. We got Willem Dafoe for the Florida Project, Woody Harrelson for Three Billboards, Richard Jenkins for The Shape of Water, Christopher Plummer for All the Money in the World, and Sam Rockwell for Three Billboards. And I'm going to pick Sam Rockwell, but, and this is a very big but, I think this could be another situation where everybody thought that Stallone was going to win for Creed, and they did the old big switcheroo on us, and fucking
Mark
Rylance won, and I think that they could do this again and surprise us with giving the award to Willem Dafoe.
I could see that happening. But
I wouldn't, and it would be the same situation. I'd be more upset that Rockwell didn't win and less upset that Dafoe won, because Dafoe does deserve it. But I feel like that they could give it to Dafoe for two reasons. The first reason being that Dafoe's has been in it longer, so it'd be pretty much a lifetime achievement award, and it is kind of what they look for. But again, there have been times where they've given it to. But I just feel like Sam Rockwell is the overwhelming favorite. But I also felt like Stallone was too. But on the flip side of it, you got J.K. Simmons, which I assuming wasn't the typical Oscar performance. You have someone like Christoph Waltz in both Inglourious Basterds and Django Unchained, who was pretty much the overwhelming favorite that won. But I could just see both happening, but my pick is Sam Rockwell.
Oh, yeah, it's my choice, too. I'm actually going to say I think he's going to win.
Yeah.
My choice. I think he's going to win the Oscar.
I think he's going to win, but I'm just saying there's a very big chance that they switch it on us, or they surprise us with Dafoe winning. Because it has happened before.
I think that's the only nomination the Florida Project got, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, the Florida Project was all right.
All right, so
I find it funny you almost said the Blow Up Project at first.
All right, the next one and is Best Actress. Sally Hawkins for The Shape of
Water. Okay.
Frances McDormand for Three Billboards, Margaret Robbie for I, Tonya, Saoirse Ronan for Lady Bird, and Meryl Streep for The Post. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Double Nine. Didn't you post something a while ago saying that there was a report that came up that they ranked the people?
Yes, there was. There was like a report.
And like Sally Hawkins, it was surprising. Sally Hawkins was 5th, which really surprised me because I feel like Sally Hawkins would be at least 2nd.
That is bullshit that she was 5th. I can't believe that.
And I believe Margaret Robbie, I think like in order it was Frances McDormand and 1 to 5. It was Frances McDormand, Robbie, Ronan, Streep, and then Hawkins.
How the fuck is Ronan ahead of Hawkins? I don't get it.
Exactly. No, I'm saying
how is that possible?
No, listen, I haven't seen The Post. Listen,
what Hawkins? I'm sorry, you can go.
Okay, I was just gonna say I haven't seen the post yet, but how the fuck is Streep over Hawkins? Like, what was so amazing about her performance that was over hers?
Yeah, and what I was gonna say, Sally Hawkins, what she did in that movie was an astronomical. It was what she did as someone who did not speak a word, and how she was able to convey emotions as well as she did, and you were able to feel what she was feeling was fantastic. She should easily be one of the front runners for this award.
I think she should be the winner of this award easily.
I do think they are going to give it to McDormand. I always thought, even before that report, they were going to give it to McDormand.
Yeah, I think she's going to win too, honestly.
You know what? This is one of my moments. I like to do wild card picks sometimes, and I'm gonna do this with. I think they might actually give it to Sally Hawkins. I'm gonna do a wild card. I'm gonna do a wild card on this shit.
See, I would do that, but then that report came out saying Hawkins was like 5th, so I don't know. But we'll see. All right, yeah. Best actors. The next one, we have Timothée Chalamet by Call Me by Your Name, Daniel Day-Lewis for Phantom Thread, Daniel Kaluuya for Get Out, Gary Oldman for Darkest Hour, Denzel Washington for Roman J. Israel Esquire. I think this is Gary Oldman's award to lose.
Yeah.
But I think if they were going to give it to anybody else, it might be Day-Lewis and it might be Chalamet. But I do think that Gary Oldman is going to win it. The only way I'll and if Day-Lewis hasn't won an award, I felt like they would give it to Day-Lewis since he's retiring, but he's already won 3 times. I feel like they're going to give it to Oldman over that for that reason. And Chalamet, they're not going to give it to him, I don't think, because he's too young.
Yeah.
What about you, Diego?
I
have a feeling it's going to be Gary Oldman. But if I have those picks, I would personally have given to Day-Lewis, personally.
Yeah, well, that's one of the films I haven't seen, Phantom Thread. Still got to see that one.
Right. Best Director, we got Nolan for Dunkirk, Jordan Peele for Get Out, Greta Gerwig for Lady Bird, PTA for Phantom Thread, Del Toro for Shape of Water. I do think they are going to give it to Del Toro. And again, this is a very big but. I think that they might give it to Gerwig.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. Yeah,
I think they might give it to Greta Gerwig.
Listen, okay, hold on. I love the movie. I thought she did a great job directing that film, but they pull that bullshit.
I'll get so pissed off.
And as much as I love Moonlight, it's the same reason why I think that they're going to give it to Gerwig, because it's relevant for the times. It will give them. It's the right thing to do politically, even though she's not the right choice, and even though I wouldn't have personally picked Moonlight, it was just the choice. It was the politically right choice, and as much as I'm happy that Moonlight won, I'm just saying that it was chosen for all the wrong reasons. I feel like that if anybody beats Del Toro, it is Gerwig, and I'm kind of afraid about that because I don't think she should win.
No, she shouldn't even be nominated. They should have nominated McDonough instead of her.
I'm just saying, but they also, I think Peele could surprise us, because I feel like they, for the same reason, I feel like Get Out might surprise people in getting some awards because it's kind of relevant to the times. But I think it's between Del Toro or Gerwig.
I think that obviously for me personally, this is Del Toro's award, like fucking easily for me at least. But yeah, I hope he wins. I'm pretty sure he will, but I wouldn't be surprised if they pulled out like that political bullshit or whatever.
Because here's the thing, and I'll guarantee you this: if Gerwig does not win the Oscar, let's say she doesn't win, it goes to whoever else. There's going to be so much backlash, like on social media, on Twitter, saying, "Oh, of course they're not going to give it to her." Blah blah blah.
But that's bullshit. I agree that it should. Like, I want to see more women directing, more women, directing and whatnot. But they shouldn't fucking give it to Gerwig purely based off of they're going to get backlash. And
they're going to play it safe and do it. That's why I think it's going to happen.
It's because she wasn't the best director of the year. I can tell you at least 5 directors that aren't nominated off the top of my head that are all male, but all did a better fucking job than Gertwig this year. Fuck it, I'll even say why if you're gonna Patty Jenkins did a fucking better job directing Wonder Woman this year than Lady Bird. So that's one, and that's a fucking woman. James Mangold, James Franco. You got, like Diego said, Martin McDonough, and let's not forget Denis Villeneuve.
Hell, yeah. Matt Reeves. Yes. Fuck it. I would rather give it to Ryan Johnson.
See, here's the thing. Here's my thing. Like, if they actually thought Greta Gerwig was the best director that year, then you know what? That's cool. That's okay. That's whatever. But if they're giving it to her only because, you know, oh, we're going to get backlash and, oh, we should give it to a female because it's time, then that is wrong and that is bullshit.
Speaking about females that should get Best Director, fucking why isn't Catherine Bigelow for Detroit nominated?
Yeah, she's the best female director of last year.
She was the best female. She directed Detroit, was better directed and just a better film overall than both Lady Bird and Wonder Woman combined. And why wasn't she even in the conversation? If you want to talk about females getting nominated and winning, where the fuck was Catherine Bigelow? Why the fuck was Greta Gerwig in the conversation this whole time?
Who knows?
Yeah.
That's just my 2 cents on that. And last but not least, we got Best Picture with Call Me By Your Name, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, Get Out, Lady Bird, The Post, The Shape of Water, and 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. All right. I'll save. I know you already said kind of what you had to say about this, but I kind of want to save what I have to say for last.
Yeah.
All right. So if I had to make the prediction, okay, I think it's usually a two-way tie, but here's what I think. I think it's going to be between 3 movies, Get Out, Shape of Water, and 3 Billboards, and Lady Bird will be the one that might surprise and take the award.
Yeah.
I think it'll be between those 3 movies. I don't think Dunkirk, unfortunately, doesn't have the chance of winning Best Picture.
Yeah.
So that's my prediction. It's going to be one of those 3 movies.
Honestly, I think it is between 3 movies, but this is just my personal opinion. I honestly don't think 3 Billboards has much of a chance either, to be honest. If it wins, I'd be fucking happy as fuck. But I do think it's between The Shape of Water, Get Out, and Lady Bird. The reason I say Lady Bird is in the conversation for the same reason why Gertwig might win.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I'm mentioning.
And same thing with Get Out. It's the only reason is because, you know, they don't want to seem like racist fucks. But I do think if I was going to make a solid, all right, this is what I think is going to win, it's probably The Shape of Water.
And that is my prediction as well.
But it's not with a whole lot of confidence, to be honest.
Yeah, same.
But I have full confidence. I know you guys too, but I really have full confidence that's going to win Best Picture, honestly.
And if it did, it'd be awesome. Like, it'd be a great...
And
that will be a first, actually, for me in a while, that actually my favorite movie of that year actually won Best Picture, so it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. And
I thought that was going to happen to me of last year, but that didn't happen.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for
that's all you
that, and that's it for my topics.
Now we're going to go on to television. Now, I only have one television topic today. And again, it was announced like yesterday or 2 days ago. So not really much to say. So it's more of an announcement than anything. But this is according to IMDb.com. And we have a very famous director. He's going to be producing a series for Apple. This director is M. Night Shyamalan.
Okay.
He's going to be producing a series for Apple. Now, that's all I can say. Because they don't have a plot synopsis. They don't have a premise, nothing. They just say M. Night Shyamalan's going to do it. I don't know what else to say. Maybe I'll have to see a trailer. I have to know what it's about in order for me to say if I'm excited or not. So
yeah.
And I know Damien Chazelle. I think you had a topic a couple of weeks ago.
A couple of weeks ago. I talked about that. Damien Chazelle was going to develop a series for Apple as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, what do you guys have to say about M. Night Shyamalan producing a series?
I heard this other series, the series that I did for Fox, Wayward Pines or something like that. I heard that was pretty good, actually. So maybe he's good at producing television, maybe. So hopefully maybe this show is good, too.
Yeah. I agree. Do you have any thoughts on that, Andrew?
Pretty much the same thought as you guys. I'm intrigued.
Okay. All right, so that's literally all my TV topics for this week. So, you have any TV topics, Double Nine?
Hello, everybody. Yes, I have two TV topics. Two very interesting ones. All right, so my first one is that ABC has officially picked up an Alec Baldwin talk show. So, if you guys know, of course, legendary actor Alec Baldwin is now getting his own talk show on ABC. Apparently, it's supposed to might premiere after the Oscars. And, I don't know if ABC has ever had well, they had the Jimmy Kimmel show. Obviously, they have Jimmy Kimmel Live. So I guess this is going to be another type of talk show. I guess it's gonna might go after that show, because I know how some companies have like two different talk shows on the same night and stuff like that. So maybe that's this for ABC. I like Alec Baldwin. I think he's a pretty good actor, and maybe he could pull off a good talk show host. You never know. So hope for the best in his success with this talk show.
Yeah.
You guys got any thoughts about it?
I like Alec Baldwin as well. He's a good actor. So yeah, I'm intrigued to see what the show's like. So
if you guys have ever seen the show 30 Rock, I think that's like the best he's ever been in his entire career.
I've seen like one episode for a class I had to take, and it was pretty funny. So I never actually gotten around to watching the whole show from like beginning to end. So I probably will one day, but I have a everlasting long list of shows I want to watch. So
Andrew, you got any thoughts about this?
I never really cared for Alec Baldwin, so and I don't watch talk shows, so I really don't care.
All right, so I guess on to the next topic. All right, so who is aware of the movie The Rocketeer?
Me.
Well, apparently The Rocketeer is set to return as an animated Disney Junior series.
Oh.
Now, if you don't know what Disney Junior is like for like little kids, like little kids, stuff like that, like those learning type of stuff. So the fact that they're gonna bring The Rocketeer as an animated series for that, hell, I'll even watch it because I love The Rocketeer. The Rocketeer is a very underrated Disney movie, like very underrated superhero film as well. Like I think like that movie needs some more recognition. It's really fantastic. So that the fact that this is gonna come back now as like an animated Disney Junior series, I'm all for it. I can't wait to see we return to the world of The Rocketeer and stuff like that. So I think it'll be pretty cool. You guys got any thoughts about it?
I've never even heard of the show, so I unfortunately don't have any thoughts.
What about you, Andrew?
No. I don't care. It's Disney Junior, but The Rocketeer was pretty underrated and unappreciated. So to see it kind of getting more recognition is pretty awesome.
All right, so that's my TV topics, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Andrew,
my turn. Woo. Let's see. The first topic I got is another season of Survivor.
Let's go, bitches.
Yeah, we're really chugging along with these.
Yep.
This one is season 26. It is Survivor Caramoan Fans versus Favorites 2. Now, this season pretty much gets a pretty bad rep for a few reasons. The first reason is, the first Fans versus Favorites is probably one of the best seasons of all time. And I'll talk a little bit more about that when I eventually get to that season. But the reason people don't really like the cast because they don't feel like the favorites are actually favorites and they don't feel like the fans are actually fans. And Yeah, and another reason, well, I'll get a little bit more to that, but a lot of people just really don't like this season. And when I first saw it, I actually quite liked it, and kind of surprised me that people didn't like it as much because I thought it was a pretty entertaining season. It's at least a lot better than a lot of other seasons, and even if people consider it bad, it's nowhere near as bad as ones that I've mentioned before, like South Pacific or One World or even Redemption Island. But I also don't think it's as great as some other ones, or even the first fans versus favorites. But I do think it's a pretty underrated season and a pretty underappreciated season. A lot of the fans are pretty forgettable, especially the ones that go pre-merge. But the ones that really make the merge are pretty memorable. And and the favorites do kind of take over the game. But I mean, I'm looking at the favorites right now, and I mean, I really don't. I mean, while they weren't essentially, oh my god, these are my favorite people fucking ever. With I guess they wanted to do more recent people, kinda, and they. I mean, this isn't the favorites aren't like too terrible is what I'm trying to get at. I mean, you got Francesca. I mean, I don't really know why she returned because she was memorable, but not really that memorable. She's more remembered for being the first person to be voted out. Being the first person to be voted out first twice. So I mean, she's more infamous than memorable. And I mean, why Brendan Hans fucking returned? I don't know. He's easily my least favorite survivor ever. Fuck this guy. He's a fucking lunatic. And I'll get a little bit more about fucking his shenanigans in this one. But you got Philip Shepard, which I haven't been the biggest fan of him, and a lot of people are annoyed by him, and I understand that completely. But I always found him quite entertaining. Malcolm is easily one of the most likable people to ever be on the show. And so that one's understandable. Andrea, I didn't know why she returned at first, but throughout the season she grew on me, and she's easily one of my favorites now. Brenda, I could see why she returned. Eric, I could see why he returned. And then there's Dawn, I could see why she returned. And the eventual winner, Cochran, I could see why he returned. Actually, I'm very happy that Cochran returned because at the time of this, he was someone I really, really enjoyed. But let me talk about a little bit about what I mentioned before with Brandon Hans. Now, or I'll talk about. So basically, what happened was, Brandon got tired of Philip's shenanigans. He felt like Philip was talking down to everyone, and he didn't like that. So he pretty much got into a big argument with Philip and spilled all the rice and beans.
Oh boy!
And now, this is unconfirmed. I don't know if this is true. This is only a rumor. But apparently, he also ran at everybody with a machete in his hand.
Oh, dear.
And, yeah, I don't know if that's true per se, but it's just, I wouldn't be surprised if it ended up being true. Also, they got to the challenge, and they wanted to give up immediately so they could vote out Brandon. And what happened is pretty much this big argument happened between Philip and Brandon, and just a lot of curse words and a lot of they were threatening each other, and it was a pretty tense and pretty bad moment. And Brendan, it was so bad that they ended up voting him out at the challenge. Like, they didn't even wait. They just voted him out right then and there and whatnot. But I will say that, like I said, it is pretty solid. I mean, the pre-merge is pretty boring, but the merge is actually where it gets pretty entertaining, and I think it really picks up. I do think that Cochran is a very good winner. He is one of only 2 people to ever play what is called the perfect game, meaning that you get no votes against you, and you get every single vote for you at the final tribal council to win the game. And that's a pretty impressive feat. I mean, there have been a bunch of people that have either lost one vote at the final trivia council or just gotten minimal votes during the actual game. So it's pretty impressive that he was able to do that. And I do think he's a pretty good winner. I do give the season an 8 out of 10. I don't think it's one of the worst like some people might say, and I don't think it's shit. And I do think it's a pretty underrated season.
Okay.
Nice.
Now, my second and final TV topic is I finished Westworld Season 1.
Yay!
Ooh! Ooh!
Love that show.
Let me, if I were to describe Westworld Season 1 in one word, it would be mind-blowing. Constantly, this, in terms of just visuals and just world building and pretty much every aspect about this, it constantly blew my mind. Especially, I would say in the last 3 episodes, there were a couple reveals that I'm like, what the fuck? Especially with, I'm not going to reveal what it is about it, obviously, but especially with Jeffrey Wright as Bernard. There, I found him to be a very compelling character, especially after this reveal. Also, I gotta say, I love Ed Harris, but him as the Man in Black, he's a fucking badass.
Oh yes.
And there's a reveal with him as well that I'm just like, that made me instantly like his character more and another character more, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Also, Anthony Hopkins, man. I mean, he's also a fantastic actor, you know, with Silence of the Lambs and just various other movies. But I mean, he's just you believe that he was this person that he was, and just this is a show that I really had to pay attention to be honest, and one that really made me had to think. And well, that could be a turnoff for some people, and it depends on how well it's done and how it is done. But in this certain case, I loved it because it made me think and made me just, it constantly blew my mind, and it was just so intriguing and interesting. And I just wanted more, and I can't wait for season 2. I want to see where it goes with the certain characters, and I give this a 10 out of 10. This season, this is pretty amazing.
And Evan Rachel Wood as the main actress was also really good.
She is one beautiful person.
Yeah.
She was great. I thought she was fantastic.
Oh, yeah. She was amazing. And, huge credits go out to Jonathan Nolan for, you know.
Yeah. Oh, and I gotta say,
had a great ending, too. I love the finale.
Yeah, the finale is fantastic. And what was I gonna say? The fucking intro.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
But
and also James Marsden was really good in it.
Oh yeah, he was one of my favorite characters in the show.
Yeah.
And it has like some pretty awesome action scenes too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But like the action.
Speaking about another fucking reveal, there's one with Dolores, Evan Rachel Wood's character. Again, fucking blew my fucking mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, 10 out of 10 for me.
You know, it's funny because last year when it was on, it's on Sunday nights at 9, and it's the same time Walking Dead is on, and I'd always watch Westworld first because it's a better show.
Yeah, I would honestly, I would just watch Westworld and fucking just skip Walking Dead.
And like and this is probably like the best season 1 I've ever seen for a show, honestly.
Oh yeah, just the way it started is just amazing.
Yeah.
Brilliant. No, I really loved it. It's so good. Honestly, HBO is just like one of the best out there. Literally, just the shows they produce are just phenomenal. So yeah, is that all your TV topics?
Yes, for this week. Hopefully, I'm pretty confident I'll finish the show I'm currently on, which will remain a secret for now.
All right. So,
I mean, you know what I'm watching, but
yeah, I know, but not other people do. All right, but anyway.
Oh, but you don't tell me. I see how it is.
I just gave a hint. But
All right, but anyway.
I should have been wearing my Wolverine hat. Ooh, hint.
Ooh.
We have no video game topics this week. Wah, wah, wah.
I promise I do have one for next week. It's just that it came out so late, I didn't have really time to prepare and research it. But
Yeah, that's okay. Week. That's all right. We'll talk about it next week then. All right, but in any case, we'll go on to the last topic of the night, and that is music. Now, double. Aaliyah asked any music news. Yes, and actually, I want to give a shout out because I was talking to her in the live chat while Andrew was talking, but this is actually her first time watching the show.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
I want to thank you for joining the podcast, the stream and stuff. I do appreciate it, and hope you're enjoying the podcast so far.
Yes, hopefully we're not scaring you away.
Yeah, hopefully not.
I'm at 74 subscribers. You could be lucky number 75. Unless you are subscribed to me, then thank you for your contributions.
Yes.
But anyway, yes, music news, yes. So we only have one topic from Double Nine because last week I know we had a lot of music stuff.
Oh, we did. We had a lot of music topics last week.
Way more than usual, but this week is actually pretty slow. So Double Nine has something pretty cool planned for us, and then we're going to do our main event every week to explain to you. We do top 10s of a favorite band or a favorite artist. So we'll be doing a band today, and yeah.
All right. So my only music topic now, I remember, I believe it was the last podcast before we went off for a little bit for like Christmas break and stuff like that. I introduced a new segment called Original versus Cover, and the first episode I did was Hurt. Now this week's episode. This episode is going to be of Imagine, and this is going to be. Would you shut the fuck up? Okay, now but
I think it worked. I don't hear him anymore, so it worked.
Yes, now it's going to be Imagine, and this is of course the original by John Lennon versus the cover by A Perfect Circle. Now, what is it? Now we're all aware of the song Imagine by John Lennon. I'm pretty sure even if you're not a huge music fan, I'm pretty sure you know this song, and it's one of those songs. It's just one of those iconic songs.
Yes.
And I really do love the original version. It's very nice, very kind of, kind of hopeful, if you know what I mean, even though the lyrics are kind of just, talk about how kind of like there would be no world and stuff like that. But it's very kind of the way that John Lennon did that original is kind of just very hopeful and stuff like that. His vocal work is very nice. The piano work is great. But then you have the cover by A Perfect Circle, which is a complete just 180 of what the original song is supposed to be. And that's why I kind of think I prefer the cover, honestly. I'll explain more why. Because I like that it's a much more darker and much more kind of less hopeful version, if you know what I mean. Like, there's less hope with this one. Kind of like, it's kind of like something you would hear at the end of the world. No, nonetheless, with like this cover.
I can definitely see that. Yeah. With
this cover version of it. Like, it's really incredible. Like, I think James Maynard Keenan, I believe that's the lead singer's name. He does. I think his vocal performance is really fantastic. Now, I'm not gonna say he's better than John Lennon or anything, but I really love his vocal work on this song. I think he does a fantastic job with it. The piano sounds very dark and heavy. Same with like the bass line and stuff like that. It's very dark. That's why I think I can best way to describe this cover. It's very dark, and sometimes I don't really like it when covers like take like those type of songs and make it a much darker version. That's why I don't really like Marilyn Manson's version of Sweet Dreams.
Oh my god, don't get me started on that.
Sweet Dreams.
That's why I really don't like it. I'm like, just it doesn't fit with this type of mood. Like, it really doesn't. Like, this type of song just doesn't fit this mood. But I think the way that A Perfect Circle handled this actually kind of worked. And I really liked it a lot. Like, I've been listening to this cover like a lot this week because it's really fantastic. And with John Lennon's original, I do love that a lot. Like, listen, both are both equally great for their own reasons. But like I do like the original a lot too, because it's very subtle, very mellow and stuff like that, with like John Lennon's voice and the piano and stuff like that. But I think for me, what edges it out with the cover is that I think I like the much more darker and much more less hopeful version, if you know what I mean. So Diego, what do you have to say?
Well, I can totally understand where you're coming from. I'm not going to argue with you. You made a very good argument, very good, very, very valid points on why you prefer the perfect
cover
more than John Lennon's version. I respect it completely. I can totally understand your viewpoint, and I'm not going to argue against that. Now, if you ask me personally, I actually have listened to the A Perfect Circle version. Actually, the day you posted it on Facebook for the first time, because I wanted to hear it.
Yes.
I listened to it then, and I will say this: I do like that cover. I think it's a good cover. Yeah, like you said, you've described it perfectly. It's very sad. It's definitely a lot more. Like more of a song you would hear like at the end of the world, like you said.
Yeah, it's much more less hopeful than the John Lennon version. Yeah,
that's the word I was looking for. Hopeful. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you ask me personally, I do prefer John Lennon's version. A lot more. And I will say Imagine is one of my favorite songs of all time from John Lennon. I mean, I just think it's a beautiful song. The piano playing, John Lennon's vocal work, and just the amount of emotion. And yeah, the guy from A Perfect Circle, I don't know what his name is, but he does put a lot of emotion in his song too. And like, they're very different. It's a very different song. I mean, yes, the same song, but they're very different in terms of genre and how it's
very different versions of the song.
Yeah, but if you ask me, I got to say John Lennon, because John Lennon is just John Lennon. I don't know. To me, I just like the way John Lennon sounds better.
Yeah.
I just think the song, and while I won't argue that A Perfect Circle has emotion in it, but I feel like John Lennon conveys more emotion on it. I don't know. There's something about the beat and the catchiness of it all, I guess, too, makes me like the original more. So, and I probably always going to be the case for me in terms of John Lennon's version of Imagine, because that song is it's a classic. So like anyone can do it, even if like someone who's one of the best singers ever did it. I feel like even then I'll say this is like John Lennon's song,
Yeah, I get you, because you said it's one of your favorite songs of all time. So that's understandable of why it would be very hard for a cover to beat that original version for you. Like with me, like with my favorite song, All Apologies by Nirvana. That's a very hard thing to do. Even if they got like the best singer in the whole goddamn world to sing it, I still wouldn't think it would be better than that original, because that's just how much I think it's amazing and everything. So I totally get your viewpoint on it as well.
Yeah. Actually, one quick question from Aaliyah. She asked, "Are you excited for A Perfect Circle's new album?"
Oh, absolutely. I can't wait for it. It's coming out next. I think it comes out either in March or April. I'll have to recheck, but I'm very excited for it. Like, it's like their first album in almost 15 years, so I'm very excited to see what the band has in store next.
Okay. Well, Andrew, have you heard the version?
Yes, I have heard the Perfect Circle version.
Okay, so which one do you like more, and why?
Well, I'm pretty much in the same boat as Diego for pretty much the same exact reason. John Lennon's Imagine is one of my favorite songs of all time. Definitely my favorite by John Lennon.
Yeah, actually, I agree. Yeah, that's my favorite from him too.
But I can understand where Double Nine is coming from, and I respect his opinion, but I just respectfully disagree with it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and it's still a good version, though. Don't get me wrong. Like I do.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
and it's not. I do like the like how like unsettling it is. I do like that, but and I like how they made it their own version.
Yeah, it wasn't like a complete rehash of the original.
and I do like that, but I'll always prefer John Lennon's version more.
Right.
Exactly. And that's another thing I like about covers too, is that they make it their own. They don't try to rehash the original. They try to make it their own song, if you know what I mean.
It's like the song we did, "Hurt," with
exactly
Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash did his own thing with that song.
Exactly. Like, and sometimes it could go well, sometimes it won't. But but I like that a lot with covers, is that they try to make it their own version.
Yes.
And that's great. So yeah, so that concludes that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And yeah, I'll absolutely do more of these in the future. I've got a couple in mind for what I want to do next. Probably the next one I might do will be the song Jolene. Have you guys ever heard that song?
Yeah.
Oh, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and it's going to be the original by Dolly Parton versus the cover by the White Stripes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So whenever I do that, that's going to be interesting to do down the line. So, yeah. All right, so I guess it's time to...
Before we do that, there's 2 questions from Aaliyah on the live chat. Well, actually, not one of them's not a question. She says April, the album comes out, The Perfect Circle.
Okay,
so
yeah.
I'll be out after the Breaking Benjamin album. Oh, and she asked, do you guys like Breaking Benjamin? Well, actually,
exactly.
We do, like I said, we do every week, we do best of a band or an artist, and we have done Breaking Benjamin in one of the episodes. Now, what you can do instead of trying to look for, you know, what episode we did it on, I have a list on Spotify where I did the best of everything we've done so far. So you can follow me. I'll type it in the live chat if you have Spotify. My username, which is Decoya64 on Spotify. I make a playlist of every artist and band we've done consisting of our top 10 lists. And Breaking Benjamin is on that playlist.
Yes.
So, and we have a lot more than 10 songs because we all had a different list.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we just like the band so much that, you know, we have a variety of songs from them. So, yes, we do like Breaking Benjamin. All 3 of us do.
Yes.
All right, so with that being said, oh, and she said she has Spotify. All right, awesome. So you can find me, and then
Diego, I think it's time.
It is time.
It's time, Diego.
It is time.
It's podcast time.
Not that time. Well, it is podcast time, but it's a different time now.
Main event time. And Double Nine TV shirt gave it away. I was going to wear my Muse shirt, but I actually wore it this week, and now it's in a dirty clothes basket. So
just know that I'm doing it for Dewey.
Yes, I made sure this motherfucker was clean for this event.
If anybody gets the reference of my shirt, you are fantastic.
Yes.
I guess I'm not fantastic because I don't get it. Anyway.
No, it's a wrestling thing.
Well, we'll be doing the top 10 songs by Muse. Now, Muse is one of my top 5 favorite bands. I'm not even sure. They might be my number 1. I don't know. But I just love this band so much. And because of this, I said the Beatles was the hardest list I've done. For me, this was the hardest list I've done.
This was easily the hardest list I have done so far.
20 songs on this list, that's not on this list that I want to be on. I wanted it so bad to be on this list, and they're not. I had to boil it down to 10 because that's what we always do. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I've seen them twice in concert, and man, I got to tell you, it's one of the absolute best concerts I've ever been to in my life. Just so good. So fun.
Do you want to know what the best concert I've been to in my life is?
What?
The Blink-182 concert, because that's the only concert I've ever been to.
You know what?
The best one.
A great concert, though. It was still.
It was a great concert. It was a fantastic concert.
It was amazing. One of
the best experiences ever.
What about you, Double Nine? What was your favorite concert?
I've never been to one, so I can't really say.
Oh man, well, hopefully
I know. Concerts we're gonna get on that. We're gonna get on that soon. Don't worry.
Concerts are an experience, and they're a lot of fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I've heard.
Just the food and stuff are very expensive there.
Yeah.
Pay like $20 for like a cookie. So yeah.
I remember when we went to go see Blink-182, I got like this big fucking thing of lemonade, but I couldn't drink it. Like I was all these, there were a fucking shit ton of fucking bees, and they just kept on coming near me because I had this fucking huge ass thing of fucking lemonade.
All right, so with that being said, unless Double Nine, you want to say anything? I know you love the band too.
Yeah, I'll just say this real quick. Yeah, same with you. They're in like my top 5 favorite bands of all time. I love I love how all their albums are basically different. They don't try to recreate the same thing with each album. I like that they're very experimental with their music and stuff like that. Matthew Bellamy is one of the best frontmen of all time. Chris is one of the best bass players I've ever heard in my fucking life, and Dominic Howard is an amazing drummer. So they all make their stance in the band. Like, it's not like a one-man band. Everyone in that band makes their stance. And also a cool thing that they have been around for so long, and all 3 of them have stuck in the band for so long. Like, no lineup changes with them. It's just been those 3 the entire time. So that's pretty cool.
And I think they started in like 1999, right? So they've been around for almost 20 years.
Yeah, and the fact that they've never changed a member, it's always been those three, it's quite impressive.
Jerome just did probably the best pun I've ever seen in my life.
Yes.
Like, that amusing.
Well, yes.
Oh, Jerome.
Oh, that was great. All right, so we ready?
You know what? Let's get started on the list.
Let's do it.
All right, so I'll go first because this is my pick to turn. And, you know, you can go second, double nine, and you can go third. And then, you know, if you have the same number 10, number 9, just join in the conversation. The same old shit like always.
Yep.
Not same old shit like DOFs, but like.
I was just about to say, not like the Oscars, but, you know.
All right. But in any case, let's get started. All right. Number 10. My number 10 is one of the most catchiest songs I've ever heard in my life. It's off the album The Second Law. That's what it's called. And Double Nine sent me a Snapchat of this today.
Oh, yes.
Number 10 is Panic Station.
Oh,
yes.
Fuck yeah. I love that.
Panic Station is one of the most catchy, like I said, one of the most catchiest songs I've ever heard. I love the lyrics of the song. This has so much catchiness to it. And the beat is amazing.
Oh,
and it's a song that you can really like dance to as well, like just the beat and everything, and has one of my favorite choruses too.
Yes,
it's a terrific song. It's only my number 10, but man, really, it's one of the best songs I've heard in a while. The album came out in what, like 2013, 2012?
2012.
2012. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it was one of my favorite songs of that year. I mean, for good reason too.
Yeah.
So yeah, Panic Station. If you haven't heard it, please listen to it. It is my number 10. All right, Double Nine, your number 10?
Oh, yeah, great song, definitely. Like, and the fucking bass line to it. What just like a groovy, like, I love the grooviness with that song. It just can make it dance. It's amazing. All right, so coming at my number 10 is Knights of Sidonia.
Oh, wow.
Now, this originally wasn't on my list, actually. I know that's really crazy to say, but after re-listening to Black Holes and Revelations, you know, to prepare this list and re-listening to all the albums, I'm like, there's no fucking way I can leave this off my list. So putting it at number 10 was honestly perfect for that. This is one of the most epic songs ever made. Like, this song is just pure epicness. Like, it's 6 minutes long, but it never feels like that. Like, it goes by so fast.
Oh, yeah.
And then, of course, when we get to, you know, We Must Fight to Survive, and just that guitar riff and that bass line, just when it all comes together, it's epic. And also the music video is quite epic to the song, too. If you've never seen the music video, definitely check it out. It's amazing. So, yeah, Knights of Sidonia, what a epic song. Definitely deserves to be on my list and to come as my number 10.
All right, Andrew, what's your number 10?
My number 10 is Stockholm Syndrome.
Nice.
Yes.
That's a really good one.
I fucking love how it instantly fucking, like, the guitar, it's like so fucking fast, and then the drums come in, and I think that's fantastic.
It's one of the most intense guitar riffs I've ever heard.
Yeah,
for a song.
it's just like and then the drums just make it even better. I don't know. It was funny because I saw the name of this and I go, I don't know why this song is on. Like, I have a feeling this song is gonna be in my top 10, and I listened to it, and sure enough, it's on my top 10.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a really good one.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right, so that was our number 10. Now we're on to number 9. My number 9 is, I feel, a song that's underappreciated from them. A song that I've heard countless times, and it's just an epic song, and that is Shrinking Universe.
Ooh.
Now, Shrinking Universe, the first time I heard it was actually in the trailer of 28 Weeks Later, a very good horror film, a very good sequel, actually. And I thought the trailer incorporated that song perfectly, especially if you haven't seen 28 Weeks Later, I recommend it. But in the opening scene, one of the opening scenes, the man is running away from like the infected, and it's just like this wide shot of him just running away, and the zombies just chasing him. Well, not really zombies, but you know, the infected people just like going crazy and whatever. But anyway, the reason why I love this song is because, like I said, it's a badass song. You know, there's a lot of especially towards the end. And I got to tell you, the lead singer's voice when he sings and he sings high, it's like one of the greatest things ever. Honestly. And and this song is no exception to that. It's a really badass song, and yeah, the chorus is awesome, the lyrics are great, and the guitar sounds amazing. And yeah, I mean, just all around, I can't praise it enough. So Shrinking Universe is my number 9.
All right, my number 9 is "Save Me."
That's a great one.
This is off of the Second Law. This is a very underappreciated song. I feel like from them. This song has like tons of emotion behind it. I love the bass. The bassist actually sings on this song. And I don't know why he doesn't sing on more songs, because he has actually just about as great as a voice as Matthew Bellamy. So I would definitely love to see him sing more tracks. He does an amazing job on this song. I love the instrumentation with it. It's very relaxful, but also emotional at the same time. The lyrics are really very meaningful and great. It's just an overall amazing tune, and it's one that I always come back to with this band. And just ever if I need to feel something, I always go to this song. It's so amazing. So yeah, my number 9 is "Save Me."
Nice. All right, Andrew, what's your number 9?
Okay. My number 9 is actually the newest song, I don't know how to say that.
Thought Contagion.
Thought Contagion. Yes, thank you. My bad. But this is a really cool song. I like the way how it begins. It kind of gives it like a space kind of feel, and I think is really cool. Yeah. And I love the lyrics and the singing in this, and just everything about it. Really, I think it's a really cool song. And for it being the newest song, I'm glad to know that they haven't lost it and they're on a roll. Thought Contagion, my number 9.
Nice.
I'll say this, it'll definitely be on my top 10 songs of the year come like December.
Oh yeah, same here. Like, this is so far my favorite song of the year, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah. All right, so that was on number 9. Now we're on to number 8. Now, number 8, I know it's one of the most popular songs, and it is "Time Is Running Out." Now,
Great song.
"Time Is Running Out." I love the way it starts.
Yeah, and you hit the snapping of the fingers on the drum.
I think I'm drowning. And then it's just catchy from there. And then, like, the chorus was just, "Our time is running out." And it's just phenomenal from here on then out. I mean, I love this song so much, man. I mean, the lyrics are really awesome lyrics, too. And just a song I've listened to countless times. I mean, a lot of new songs I've listened to so many times, but this is a song that I've listened to countless times, and it just still holds up every time I hear it. And, great guitar work, great song in general. Great lyrics, great vocal work. Yeah, I love "Time Is Running Out," and that is why it is my number 8.
I think that's one of the songs I know, like, from beginning to, like, can sing from beginning to end with them. Like, that's just it's so easy to like catch up on. But it's amazing. Like, I really love that song a lot. My number 8 is "Endlessly."
Yeah.
Very nice and relaxing tune, kind of like with "Save Me." But like, I love the instrumentation on this a lot too. Very reverby. It's great. Like, I really like it a lot. The lyrics are really fantastic to it. It has one of my favorite choruses from them, honestly. And it's easily one of my favorites off of Absolution. It's quite incredible. So yeah, my number 8 is "Endlessly."
All right, Andrew, what's your number 8?
My number 8 is "Feeling Good."
Yes,
nice.
I love that one. Love that.
I love how it just starts with the keyboard, and that. But what I really like about it when it goes, "And I'm feeling good," and then like it feels like the song just kicked it up a notch. The rock, and it's just truly just a truly awesome song, and I like it a lot. I'm glad I listened to this one. It's my number 8.
All right, so now we're on to number 7. My number 7 is easily one of the most badass songs I've ever heard in my life. I mean, badass to the max. My number 7 is "Psycho."
Nice.
Psycho, man. Have you guys seen the music video to this? It's like,
I love the music video to that song.
And no, I got to tell you, when they played this song in concert, the whole crowd went like wild. It was just crazy.
Yeah.
And it's badass. And I love the lyrics to this. I mean, the chorus to this song is just phenomenal.
Oh man, it's so great. It's so
Oh no, I was gonna say the way they have the drill sergeant like in
Mhm.
between, like
Yeah, that was
verses.
great. It's so commanding and so like I just love it. It's so like in your face and just it's amazing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's incredible. I mean, this is a really badass song. Definitely one of the most heavier songs, and
Oh yeah.
all in the best ways. All in the best way. Psycho
Mhm.
is my number 7. You got to hear this if you haven't heard it, man. It's so good.
Yeah. The guitar riff is so fucking incredible with that song.
Oh yeah,
And
absolutely.
usually I know Muse doesn't really curse a lot in their songs, but like the way that they do it here is actually really great and very fantastic. So yeah, I could totally see why this is on your list. That's easily my favorite song off of Drones. It's so fucking great.
Oh, it's phenomenal. Yeah.
All right. So my number 7 is Starlight.
Yeah.
This is just it's just so fucking upbeat, man. Like it's just one of those songs that you can just listen to and just feel good. It's so great. Like I made a post a couple weeks ago, no, a couple days ago actually, that I was like that fucking piano, man, because that fucking piano in this goddamn song is amazing. Like the dun 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 dun, one of the best uses of piano ever. Like it's so catchy. I love it. And I really love the lyrics a lot to it too. Like, the starlight, I'll be chasing the starlight, or like the chorus where he says, I just wanted to hold you in my arms. It's so fantastic. I love this tune so much, and it's so phenomenal and easily deserves to be on my list. So my number 7 is Starlight.
Andrew, what's your number 7?
My number 7 is Muscle Museum.
Nice.
That's a really good one.
Yeah, I really love I guess it's the bass in the beginning, where the doom 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 doom, and then
Yes.
the piano kicks in, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yes.
This kind of reminded me of a Pink Floyd song, to be honest, and they actually just as a band in general reminded me a lot of, as if you took Pink Floyd and the Beatles and you kind of mashed it together, and that's what Muse is. And I think
and then throw Radiohead and fucking in there.
Yeah, and that's a very good thing, and I think Muscle Museum really showcases my assessment of that.
Yes. All right, so now we're on to number 6. Now, my number 6, Double Nine literally just mentioned it, Starlight.
Nice.
This song is, like you said, it's so upbeat. It's a beautiful song, too. It's definitely different than a lot of their other songs. But, yeah, this is, like, a very catchy one, too. From start to finish, like, I actually, when it ends, I'm like, I could really use, like, 2 or 3 more minutes of this song.
I know, right? Like, it's so amazing.
It's so nice, and the piano just sounds beautiful. Just an amazing instrumentation. And, yeah, the lyrics are awesome. The chorus is just amazing. And, yeah, I mean, a very upbeat song. That's the best way to describe it. It's really upbeat. It's, like, positive. It's happy. I love this song. Starlight is my number 6.
All right. My number 6 is Resistance.
Nice. That's a really good one.
Resistance, this is off of, the Resistance, their fifth album. Yes, their 5th album. And it is an amazing song. It kind of like starts out, you hear a little bit of the instruments at first, and then you hear the piano, and then you hear Matt start to sing and whatever. But really, when the song fully kicks in is when you start hearing them go, it could be wrong. And then just what goes on from there, it's amazing. It's such a just uproar, like a great rising up song, I guess you can say, and just fighting the man, fight the power, all that great. It's amazing. It's a really incredible tune, and it's easily my favorite song off of the Resistance. It's so incredible. So if you've never heard that song, you should definitely listen to it. It's a fucking fantastic song. So yeah, come at my number 6 is Resistance.
All right, Andrew, what's your number 6?
My number 6 is, let me just make sure. All right, cool. Is Madness.
Nice.
I love the beginning where they're going boom, 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 mad, and it's just good. And this is another one that really reminds me of a lot of Pink Floyd. They're like a modern. I mean, they've been together for a while, so not really all that modern, but like kind of a modern day Pink Floyd, like I said. And again, I really think that Madness really showcases that, and it's a damn catchy song too.
Mm-hmm. All right, so now we're on to number 5. So my number 5 is probably the most popular song, and that is Uprising.
Yeah.
Uprising is a song that I've heard many times, and when I heard it for the first time, I heard it like, wow, maybe like 10 more times after that.
Mm-hmm.
It was just so damn great. And yeah, I mean, the lyrics are just awesome. It kind of reminds me of Pink Floyd. This song kind of reminds me of Pink Floyd in terms of like the lyrics too. They will not, you know, control us. Like, it's just an amazing song, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the Guitar Hero. This was in a Guitar Hero game, wasn't it, or no?
Yes, Guitar Hero, Warriors of Rock. Leah said that, I believe, in the chat. So yeah, that appeared in that.
I remember it being in a Guitar Hero game. And yeah, it's just a phenomenal song. I can definitely see why it's the most popular one. And the music.
Same here.
The music video is awesome. The music, great music video too. So yeah, Uprising is my number 5.
All right, my number 5 is Apocalypse, Please.
Wow.
Yeah, this song, you want to talk about songs that you think you'll hear at the end of the fucking world. This is one of them. Like, just that, because in the beginning with Absolution, you hear like an intro. That's what starts off the album. You hear like an intro, and then it plays into this. And then you hear the bombastic piano where it goes, like, it's heavy as shit, the piano on this. And I just really love the lyrics to this a lot. It's such an incredible piece, honestly. I really do love this song a lot. It's so immersive and so kind of just like, yeah, here we're at the end of the world and this is what's happening now, you know? And it's an amazing tune. Seriously, Apocalypse, Please. What a just unsettling and just mesmerizing tune.
Yes.
Beautifully disastrous. I think that's why. I think that's how I would describe it, honestly, with this.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, my number 5, Apocalypse, Please.
What's your number 5, Andrew?
My number 5 is one that you mentioned, Diego, and that is Panic Station.
Nice.
Like you said it perfectly. This is a damn fucking catchy song, bro, and one that has a nice beat, and the bass in this is fantastic. And what I love about it is its catchiness and the beat to it. And Diego pretty much said it all. Is my number 5.
All right. Now we're on to number 4. My number 4 is, in my opinion, the best song out of the Second Law. Now, there's a lot of great songs on that album. I think it's a great album. And a lot of songs I didn't mention on this list. But to me, this is the best one. My number 4 is Supremacy.
Oh, yes!
Supremacy is the opening track of this album. And what a hell of an opener. One of the most badass songs I think they've ever made. Easily. I mean, the lyrics and the way the guitar sounds, man. Fucking leaves me speechless every time I hear it. And yeah, Supremacy is a song you've got to hear because it's really, I feel like it's kind of underappreciated too, because like not many people talk about it. But I'm like, dude, this is one of the absolute best in my opinion. So Supremacy is my number 4.
Oh, and dude, when you hear, like, when he goes, to destroy your supremacy, and he just, into the fucking,
he can really hit high notes so well. Oh my god.
And just like, oh, and it's so amazing. It might be my favorite opening to any of their albums, honestly.
Yeah, because that opening is unreal.
It really is. That's how, like, you start off an album. Like, that's how you start off an album.
Absolutely.
All right, so my number 4 is Invincible.
That's a really great one too.
You know, kind of like with what was the song that I mentioned a little bit earlier? Oh, like Resistance. Kind of starts off a little bit. You kind of hear a little bit slow at first and stuff like that, and you hear kind of like a marching drum at first, and you know. Matt, it's kind of soft, and then it doesn't get to like full on rocking towards like till the end of the song, but it's really amazing. Like I really feel kind of like I feel always motivated and inspired while listening to this song. Kind of makes you feel like that because you know, like him singing like, you know, let's use this to use this to like inspire us and like because tonight together we are invincible. Like it's really inspirational and inspiring. Honestly, it's one of those songs that kind of just motivates me. It's really fantastic. I love the guitar work on it. Love the instrumentation. It's just a phenomenal piece of music, and it's easily my favorite off of Black Holes and Revelation. So yeah, that's my number 4, Invincible.
What's your number 4?
My number 4 is one that Diego mentioned, Psycho.
Nice.
This is another one where I looked at it and I go, this I think just by looking at it, this is one I'm definitely going to listen to. Because it might make my top 10. I don't know. And yeah, it did make my top 10. Like you guys said, the guitar in this is fucking awesome. And I just I love the guitar, and it's just a rockin' song, and that's why I love it.
All right, now we're on to number 3. My number 3 is Plug-In Baby.
That's my number 3 as well.
Nice.
This, how awesome is this song, Double Nine?
It's fucking amazing.
Like from the way it starts too, with the guitar and like just the way it sounds.
Yes.
And, like, I will say this, probably my favorite time when the lead singer goes really high at the end. Like remember, like at the very end.
Yes, it's this song.
It's just like beautiful.
Yeah.
It's really magic. So, but honestly, throughout the song, like I'm just amazed. As the song goes on, it just gets better and better and better. And yeah, I really do believe it's one of their best songs, even though a lot of people I've talked to who like Muse don't even mention the song as one of their best, which confuses me. But
yeah, it's so incredible. It really is.
It's just because they're not better than Henry and the Walrus Fingers.
Oh. That's an inside joke. I'll have to explain that to you later. Double.
Okay, all right. But yeah.
No, it's a really good one. What do you got to say about this, Double Nine?
It's a really fantastic song. Like the guitar riff to this is like one of my all-time favorite guitar riffs to any song. It's my favorite guitar riff to any Muse song, honestly. Like it's so fantastic, and the bass line to it is really great as well. I really like the lyrics a lot to the song as well. It's fantastic. And with the chorus, like it's one of my favorite choruses they've ever done as well. It's so amazing. It's such just a perfect tune, and it's truly fantastic. So yeah, my number 3 is Plug-In Baby.
Yeah, just such a great one. Yeah, it should be talked about more too, because that is one of the best. All right, Andrew, what's your number 3?
My number 3 is one that you mentioned, Uprising.
Nice.
Again, another one where I love the guitar in it. Doom, doom, da doom, da doom, doom. I love that, and it's just one that I can, like Diego said, listen to like 10 times, because it's just that good and that catchy and that awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're on to number 2. Now my number 2 was a song Double Nine mentioned earlier, and that is Knights of Sidonia.
Nice.
Now, this was actually the first song I've ever heard from Muse. Like the first song I was introduced to Muse, and when I heard this song, I was like, I want to listen to more of this band like right away, because this is really one of the most epic songs I ever heard in my life. And I'll go. I'm not exaggerating either. Like I'll go as far as saying that statement, because just from beginning to end, just consistently, it amazes me, and it's like it's telling a really epic story, and the way it uses to tell that story, man, it's great. And yeah, one of my favorite lyrics, and just the chorus is awesome. Man, I'm surprised it's not my number 1, but there is one song I prefer. But anyway, Knights of Sidonia, just epic. The one word I can describe it. It's an epic song.
Yeah.
Knights of Sidonia is my number 2.
All right, my number 2 is Liquid State.
Oh.
Nice.
This song is fucking badass, man. Like, dude, now on Spotify, this was actually my most played song last year. When I was checking through my stats, this was actually the song I listened to, because I was literally fucking obsessed with this song. When I first heard it, I'm like, this is like one of the greatest songs I've ever heard in my life. Because you hear it starts off with like the bass line and like the muffled guitar at first, and it just is intense as hell. It's like you're strapped down to like a speeding car and never let you go. Like that's how I perfectly describe this song. And once again, just like with Save Me, the bassist sings on this song. And it's about like how he struggled with like his alcoholism and stuff like that. And it's really fantastic, especially when you get to like kick me when I'm down, feed me poison till I drown. Like when you get to that part of the song, it's just, man, it's just an epic song. Like it is so intense and so fantastic. Like I feel like so like just I just want to run a marathon every time I hear this song. Like it's so intense and so like just it's fantastic. Like it really is. It has one of the best bass lines, one of the best guitar riffs. It's so incredible. It's so fantastic. Easily, this is one of the most underrated songs ever created. Like I feel like more people should talk about this song. Like it is phenomenal. Like seriously, it is such an incredible song. And somehow there's one song that's better than this. Somehow. So, yeah. But yeah, Liquid State is my number 2.
All right, Andrew, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is Dead Inside.
Nice.
That's a really good one, yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, it just grabbed me in from the very beginning. It, with the very high-pitched Dead Inside, and, the guitar and the bass and whatnot, and just one that is very catchy, one that is just very rocking, and one that just, like I said, grabbed me from the beginning, and I was instantly hooked, and I had to listen to it multiple times in a row to before I could move on to my next song, and I think it's a fantastic song.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All right, number 1, we're on to our favorite Muse song. My favorite, without question. Like, see, this was a very hard list, like I said, but I always knew what my number 1 was. But from 2 to 10 was hard as hell. I kept switching everything back and forth.
Yeah.
But my number 1, Hysteria.
Same here, man.
Fucking love this song, man. Oh my God. This song is just from the way it starts and from the opening, right away, I'm like, I'm invested.
The bass line is like literally like my second favorite bass line to like any fucking song. It is fantastic.
Yeah. And it's just, it really showcases why Muse is one of the best bands of all time.
Yes.
It's songs like this. I mean, this is just an incredible song through and through and through. I mean, Muse is like the GOAT, and this is why.
Yes, this song proves it.
What else you got to say about it, though?
Where do I fucking begin with this song? Like, to be honest with you, where do I fucking begin with this song? Like, from the opening, when you hear the that bass line, and just you hear all the other instruments come in slightly, and then just everything just builds, and it's so fantastic. But once you start singing, it kind of quiets down a bit. It still sounds intense, but it's quiet down just a tiny bit. And the lyrics to it are so amazing. Of course, that chorus of just, I want it now, like, give me your heart and your soul. Like, it is so fantastic. This is one of the greatest rock songs ever fucking created. Like, it really is. Like, it's so amazing and just so commanding and so in your face. And it's so brilliant. Like, it really is. This is easily, without question, for me, Muse's best song. Like, I've listened to this. This is honestly one of my favorite songs of all time, just in general.
Oh, like, absolutely. Without question.
Like, it is so fantastic. I love this song to death. It is amazing. If you have never heard this song, you need to listen to it because it is just such a amazing piece of rock music and just music in general. So, yeah, and also the music video is great to it too. Justin Theroux is actually in the music video, and it's really fucking cool, the music video too.
Oh, like, it was awesome. Yeah,
really portrays of what the song is about and everything. I actually quite like that a lot. So yeah, Hysteria, easily, without question, my favorite song from Muse.
All right, Andrew, what's your favorite Muse song?
My favorite Muse song of all time is Supermassive Black Hole.
Nice.
It's a great one. Yeah, actually, Aaliyah just said that too in a live chat. She said her number one is Supermassive Black Hole. That's a fantastic one.
Great minds think alike, Aaliyah. But, you know, this is a fucking awesome song. Another one where I just had to keep on listening to it, and I couldn't stop listening to it. It's just that great. And well, I said before that they kind of remind me of the Beatles. This is the song that really reminded me of the Beatles. And because, you know, you have it just, I hear multiple voices singing at one time and in harmony. And that's what reminded me of the Beatles. And I it's just fantastic. I love this song so much.
And it's just like, listen, I'm very self-doubt about my looks and shit like that, but this song makes me feel like I'm a sexy ass motherfucker, okay? With the way that it just has a groovy ass guitar riff and shit like that, it's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, and that song, as much as I love it, I'm surprised. I thought it was gonna be for sure on my list, and it wasn't.
Dude, there's so many songs on this list. Like, oh, there's so many I wanted to include. Even like some underground stuff that people really don't know, like Yes Please or The Groove or Eternally Missed or Fury. Like, I wanted to include those.
I loved Fury.
Map of the Problematique. That's another.
That's
a fantastic one.
A song I find underappreciated is Explorers.
That's like a great one too.
One. Yeah.
Another one that will Undisclosed Desires.
That one's a great one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised no one mentioned that one. I thought for sure I was gonna be on something.
I know, right? Like, or Hyper Music. I'm surprised.
Oh, that's a badass one.
Yeah. Or Newborn or Bliss.
Like songs too.
Like Newborn or Bliss. I'm surprised no one mentioned those songs either. But I think we all had great lists. I loved your guys' list.
I loved your list. I mean, everyone had it. Like, I'm gonna make this playlist like after this, but then it's just a great list overall.
Listen to the playlist.
All right, Double Nine. Since you're gonna be picking the band next week, why don't you tell everyone who you're gonna do for next week?
All right, next week, the first band we're gonna be doing next week is going to be My Chemical Romance.
Oh.
So that's the band we're gonna be doing next week. I'll keep the one that we're doing in 2 weeks a surprise, but next week we're gonna be doing My Chemical Romance, one of my personal favorite bands of all time, and it should be really interested to see what's gonna be on your guys' list. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing next week. My Chemical Romance.
Nice. All right, and that is a wrap on today's podcast. If you guys want to hear the Muse playlist, I will be doing it after the podcast. So follow me on Spotify, dkoya64, so you guys can follow the playlist and do whatever you want with the playlist or whatever. Yeah. So thank you guys for watching. I think today was a good episode. I had fun today.
Me too. I always have a fun time. You know, it's always great to do these episodes or whatever. So yeah.
Yeah. So do you guys have anything you want to say before I end the broadcast?
Well, you guys have a great night. Thank you all for watching this podcast. This was great. And we'll see you all next week for episode 16.
Yes. And what about you, Andrew?
No, I'm really excited for next week. I already got some pretty big topics planned, so it's gonna be good.
Yes, indeed. Again, thank you to those in the live chat. I do appreciate it, and thanks, Aaliyah, for watching the show for the first time. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and hope to see you next week. We do it every Wednesday at 7 p.m. So that's
we are the three most best-looking YouTubers.
Oh, you're damn right we are.
According to Double Nine.
Yes. Damn right.
All right, cool. That's an accomplishment. So, all right. So, again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for joining me, like always. Until next time, guys, I'm Diego Koya, and have a good week. Stay classy. I'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.